Here we come to the conclusion of the first expansion, Keller's Keep. So this is Quest 10, Grin's Crag. Now you must find your way to Grin's Crag. Remember your task. Do not stray from it, for your enemies are too numerous. When you have passed Grin's Crag, a giant wooden door leads to Keller's Keep. Once opened, you may lead the king and his army back to safety. Beware, Grin's Crag is guarded. You must tread carefully. So onwards we go, brave heroes, to finish this first expansion. So as you can see, we start right here. So first off, the barbarian is going to do the usual, just like the traditionary open sesame, step in and look down both ways. So we see a door right here and a door right there. So traps and secret doors, there are none down both hallways. So what we're going to do is we might as well just check this closest door, and again, not bothering to go worry about rolling the setup and everything. So now what we're going to do is the usual open sesame. So bink, and we are greeted with a bunch of monsters. So go abomination. See here, 2 orcs and a bunch of goblins. So, a ton of goblins. So 3 more. So, since there's a lot of them, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start make them come to us. And so, since the goblin is technically short enough, I'm going to have the barbarian take a pot shot at the abomination with the crossbow. Let them come to us. So there's 1. He has 3 defend dice. He takes 1. I'm not even going to worry about attacking the others. So now these guys move up to start attacking. So I'm going to basically move up, and then goblin. I'm going to find the goblin right here. Has 2 defend dice, 2 attack dice. So I should say, barbarian has 6 defend dice, and got 3 white skulls defended easily. So now he pulls out his battle axe and takes on that first nothing, which is I. Now the elf, 2. They have 1 defend dice, so even if he's able to defend 1, he takes 1. So now we're going to move to combat. The abomination is going to step up, and he has 3 attack dice. He's got 1. So now the barbarian has 6 defend dice. There's 1, 2. Yep, that was pretty much defend. No problem. So now we go back to the barbarian. He only has 1 body point left. So there's 2. He's got 3 defend dice. Did not defend, so we take care of him. Now I'm going to move up and have the heavy hitters attack first and everything. Get that at the rate we're going. Get them out of the way. So now the orc is going to attack with 3 attack dice. So there's 1, 2, 3, 6 defend dice for the warrior, barbarian. I mean, he defends. Back to the barbarian. So now 4. There's 1. Orc has 2. He defended. So now the elf is going to attack with his longsword. There's 2. And he takes care of that orc. So now this orc steps up and attacks with 3 attack dice. There's 2 and the 6 defend dice for the barbarian. Oh, nope, he's down to like 6. As I forgot to mark it off last time. So they erase it from last time. So now it's back to the barbarian with 4 attack dice with his battle axe. There's 3. Yeah, that's pretty much overkill. So now the big hitters are done. I'm going to have these guys start moving in. So elf, so 3. 1, 2. He's going to move right there. Attack this goblin. 3. That's overkill. Again, 1 defend dice. Can only defend 1. Has 1 body point. It's rogue. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So opportunistic striker, dagger, rapier, and attack this one. again, that's overkill. Now we move the wizard in. 2. Now he's not going to be able to move in, so he's just going to stay put. Now this goblin is going to attack the rogue. 1. The rogue has 3 defend dice. Defended. This one's going to step up and attack the elf. 2. The elf has, if I'm not mistaken, yep, has 6 defend dice. So 1. He defends. So now barbarian is going to step up. I'm going to have to roll. So 6, 7, 8, 9. 1, 2, 3. He's going to attack. There's 1. Did not defend. Boom. So now we're going to move to the elf. 1, 2. We did not step on any traps so far. There's 2, and that's overkill. So cleared the room. So now we're going to search for traps, secret doors. There are none to either room. So now we're going to do the usual, the traditional setting up, and then do the traditional open sesame. And let's see here. So 1 door right there, there, and then we see a weapons rack. So I'm going to have the barbarian step in, search for the traditional secret doors and traps. There are none, so I'm not going to bother with that room because we're looking for like the actual passage, Grin's passage. So I'm going to bypass that door to the room, and we are trying to get to the king in this last one. So do the traditional setup as I knock down the door, and the barbarian is going to do the usual open sesame by kicking down the door, and then he's going to step out. Look up and down into the corridor, sees nothing. Secret doors, traps, there are none. So I'm going to like get back to circle around back to him and roll. So 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He's going to look down that way. Does not see any doors. He's going to ask for secret doors. Nope. Traps. Nope. So now get our marching order set up. So now we go to the barbarian. I'm going to have him roll the boring part of just rolling for movement. So 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 9. So he looks down this corridor. And what do we see? But 2 doors. So 1, 2. So, and we do see an orc right here. So what he's going to do is he's going to take a pot shot at that with a crossbow. So he has 2 defend dice. Nope. So he kills the orc, but that alerted not only this orc, but that orc also seen his buddy get an arrow between the eyes. He alerts this other one. So now I'm going to make these orcs come to us and everything. So they have 8 movement dice. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to like roll for these guys. I skipped their movements, so let's see here. 11. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Rogue. 2. Wizard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So now that's all figured out. So now we're back around to like the normal round where the heroes then the monsters. So I'm going to have the barbarian step up. 7. So 1, 2, 3, and he's going to attack. He did not step on any traps. So 4 attack dice with his battle axe. 3 has 2 defend dice. That's overkill. Now I'm going to roll for these guys. So the elf, 9. So 1, 2, 3. The rogue is going to catch up. So 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wizard, 1, 2. Now we move to the orc, so force him to attack the barbarian. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 attack dice. 2, so 6 defend dice. Defended both of them. Now we move back to the barbarian. 3, that's overkill, so here we go. Yep. 3. So now secret doors, none. Traps, none. So I'm having a feeling that it looks like this corridor is going to keep going down this way. So this might be like one of the quickest quests that there is out there. So unless I want to start searching for treasures and stuff and everything, so I might as well take a second and set up, and then open this door. And of course, I made a mistake of opening that, so because there's a shit ton of monsters in here. So we got a chaos warrior, abomination, 4 goblins, and we got 4 orcs. Alright, so what we're going to do is try and basically bust our way through these. So now the barbarian's going to have to roll. So 7. So 1, 2, 3. He's going to attack the chaos warrior. And I'm going to have the wizard cast spells. So with his first spell, he's going to cast courage on the barbarian. So he can roll 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And the chaos warrior has 4 defend dice. See if he can one-shot him. Did not defend any one of them, so pretty much lucked out and killed that one. Right, one shot, lopped off his head. So now we go to the elf. So 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and he's going to attack the abomination with 3. 1. Abomination has 3 defend dice. So he defended. So now we're going to move to the rogue. So 8. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 5. He's going to attack the abomination. Opportunistic striker, dagger, and then rapier. There's 2. He takes out the abomination. So now we move to the wizard. So 3. So 1, 2, 3. And so now he's going to use his second spell, and he's going to use one of his ball of flames on one of the orcs. So defended both of them. Damn, that was a good roll. So now we move to the goblins. So the first one, 2. Barbarian takes 1. He's down to 5. So now this one steps up and attacks the barbarian. 2, nothing. That one attacks the rogue. 1, 3, defended. This one steps up and attacks the elf. 2, he has 6. Defended both of them. This one steps up, and now we go back to the heroes. So, barbarian is going to have to attack one, the barbarian goblins. There's 1. Yep, he killed 1. So now we go with the rogue. He's going to attack that one. There's 1. He kills that one. Now we go to the elf. He's going to step up and attack the orc. There's 1. He kills that one. We're ripping through these. Now the wizard is going to use his second ball of flame on the same orc. Defended 1 but took 1, has 1 body point, so he takes care of that. Now we move to the monster. So first goblin, 2 attack dice against the barbarian. Defended. Orc has 3 attack dice against the barbarian. 1. He defended. Now the goblin against the rogue. So 1. He has 3. Defended. Orc attacks the elf. 1, 2, 3. 2. He has 6. Defend 1. And then the elf takes 1, so he's down to 5. Now back to the heroes. So now barbarian is going to attack the orc. So nothing. So now the rogue is going to attack the goblin for 3, and that's overkill. Now we move to the elf with 3 attack dice, nothing. So now we move to the wizard. So what he's going to do is for 2 spells, is he's going to cast Water of Healing on the barbarian, bring him back up to 8. And now what he's going to do, then Rock Skin on the rogue for that spell. So now we move to the monsters. So the orc attacks the barbarian, 2. He defends. Goblin attacks the barbarian, 1. Defends. Orc attacks the elf, 1. Got 3, so he defends. Now we move back to the heroes. So the barbarian is going to attack the orc. So there's 3. 2 defend dice. 1, 2, but there's that. That one's dead. So now the rogue is going to step up and attack the orc. So rapier, dagger, opportunistic striker, 3. Yep, that's overkill. So now we move to the elf. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yep. Longsword with 3. There's 1 and 1. So traps and secret doors after we kill this last one. There are none. And now we just took kind of like a beating. So now we're going to make our way to this next room. Do our setup. So I have a feeling that this way is where the escape is. So might as well take your time and do some searching and everything. So get a little extra combat experience. So in this room, all we see is this and a door. Let's see here, right here. So step in. Secret doors, no. Traps, no. So I'm going to move right up to here. Barbarian's eager to knock the door down. So I'll do the typical setup. And then do the open sesame. And let's see here, we see this. Wrong room. And let's see here, so this, and then 2 orcs. So the barbarian is going to 1, 2, step in, attack one of the orcs. Let's see here, so 2, so he's got 2 defend dice, did not defend. So now we're going to move in the elf, 7. So 1, 2, 3. He's going to attack the 3 with his longsword. There's 2. Defend 1, but takes 1 point of bond damage. They have 1. So I'm going to search for secret doors. There are none. So there now traps. There is a trap on this treasure chest. So we'll have the the rogue come in and try and disarm it. So 1, 2, or 3 disarmed. So now we're going to search for treasures in that in that treasure chest and everything. So this chest contains 250 gold coins. It also has a trap on the exploding lock. If a hero searches for treasure before the trap has been disarmed, they lose 3 body points. But we did able to disarm it, so we got another 250. So that's 21.95. So 21.95. So now I'm going to get marching order set up. So what we're going to do is get the barbarian right here, set up marching order, and I don't think I've secret doors and traps on this one, no. Secret doors and traps on this one, no. So now what I'm going to do is start rolling, and let's see here, roll. So 6, 7, 8. So 3 secret doors and traps, none. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'm going to basically just now kind of set up marching order. So barbarian, 12. So 1, 2. And that here we see the Crin's crag. So this cliff quarter is Crin's crag. The first player who moves onto the square marked C will activate activate the guardian of Crin's crag, which is a gargoyle. As I was getting ahead of myself as I'm searching. Here we go. So, I marked C will activate the guardian of Crin's crag. Place the gargoyle on the marked X. So basically right in front of the barbarian. So now it says, I'm going to read through this so basically ahead of time so that way people know this. So places the gargoyle on the square marked X. On Zargon's next turn, the gargoyle moves, attacks, and defends as a normal gargoyle would, but is also immune to all spells and has 4 body points. So, pull out the gargoyle. So instead of having 3 body points, he has 4, and it's immune to all spells. So basically, I had to fight my way through this. So, the barbarian is now going to I basically used the spells like that last time, so let's see here. Fire of Wrath, I'm not going to be able to use. Swift Wind, it's pointless. Tempest, useless. Chini, this spell's option does one of the following: reveals any open door or uses 5 combat dice to attack any monster, so I might be able to use that. So, Veil of Mist, as we can see, that's going to be useless. Sleep is immune. Heal body, and pass through rock. So on the wizard's turn, I'm probably going to cast this. So first off, we're going to have the barbarian attack the gargoyle with 4. So 1, and has defend dice of 5. Defended. So now we're going to I'm just going to kind of roll for the width of 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Rogue. 6. So 1, 2, 3. Now the wizard. 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So now we're going to have the genie and cast the genie. So it attacks with 5 combat dice. So just this next turn. So there's 2. So now it has 5. Took 1. So now he's back down to 3. So now it's the gargoyle's turn. So he's going to attack the barbarian with 4. So there's 2. Barbarian defends 1, takes 1, so he's down to 7. Back to the barbarian. So we're pretty much going to be duking out between the barbarian and the gargoyle now. So unless the elf has as I pull out the elf spells, time stop. I can use this spell will be cast on the spellcaster. So yeah, I'm going to hold off. So first off, I'll have the barbarian attack his battle axe. There's 1. He took another 1, so now he's down to 2. So now gargoyle's turn. Has 4 attack dice. 2. Defended both of them. So now the barbarian is going to attack it. So the gargoyle has 2 hit points left. So there's 1. Defended. Back to the barbarian. Gargoyle, 4. He's down to 3. So now what I'm going to do is first off, wizard is going to cast heal body on the barbarian, bring him back up to 7. Now we're going to have the barbarian attack again real quick. There's 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So defend 1, took 1. He's down to 1 body point. So now I'm going to have a time tactic I'm going to use is use the time stop. But first off, I'm going to have the barbarian move out of the way. So 1, 2, 3. Now the elf is going to use his time stop ability, so he can take another turn after my current turn. So what he's going to do is step up with his longsword. I'll roll. So there's 7. So with his longsword, there's 3 skulls. I didn't need to cast that, so as I took care of the gargoyle with that first attack. But I did that just in case he needed a second one. So now, basically, ask for traps and secret doors down this way, and there are none. So what we're going to now do is, before I move, I'm going to search for a secret door and traps right there. There are none. I'm going to set things up before I leave, and then because this one has a special note on it. So this is note D. This wooden exit door is magically locked and does not open until the gargoyle is dead. After the last hero passes through the door, and read aloud the conclusion on the following page. So basically, open sesame. So we make our way out the way into Kellar's Keep. So now we have the conclusion of our first expansion, Keller's Keep. So now here's the conclusion text. The door opened into the darkness of Keller's Keep. From far above came the thunder of battle. The forces of Zargon were making their final assault. This time there could be no holding them. The king assembled his elite force of guardian knights, determined to organize one last line of defense. Then came the news. A group of heroes had found a secret passage into Keller's Keep. Escape was now possible. Without hesitation, the king ordered his army to fall back towards the secret passage. Kenneron, the captain of the Guardian Knights, stood bravely at the gate, giving his fellow soldiers and the wounded time to escape. Zargon and the evil sorcerer's foul forces could not be permitted to follow. Time and time again, the Doomguard surged forward, only to be felled by Kenneron's sword. Zargon watched for a while and smiled wryly at Kenneron's courage and skill at arms. A moment later, Zargon's patience was spent. Kenneron fell before a searing storm of flame that burst against the gates. But it was too late. The Zargon's warriors howled in anger for the escape passage had been destroyed. The king and his army were safe. You have done well, brave heroes. The king has asked me to express his gratitude. Each of you has earned 500 gold coins for your efforts, but do not let victory deceive you. A dark cloud still hangs over the realm as the forces of dread grow stronger. I shall look for ways to delay Sargon's advance. For now, rest well, my friends. I have consulted Lord Tome. I shall summon you. So that's 500. So we get like 2,000 gold to end this quest. So now we're up to 4,195. So at the beginning of next expansion, I might just go on the shopping spree, and like I mentioned in like the last one, that I might make it so I can buy spell scrolls and everything to be able to increase our magical abilities. So that way the wizard can just sit there and like pew 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 with spells instead of like kind of have to more being tactful about it. So next up, we are actually going to get into the second expansion, Return of the Witch Lord. Of which one I did as a kid. Now this one I didn't do as a kid. So as a kid, it was just basically the main quest line and the Return of the Witch Lord. So we are actually getting into that one next. So until next week, we actually get into Return of the Witch Lord. Here is the conclusion of the first expansion.